Wednesday, check your progress. We are either progressing or retrograding all the while. There is no such thing as remaining stationary in this life. James Freeman Clarke. Today, you're halfway through on your way to a more optimistic attitude. This is a great opportunity to evaluate how you're doing, even if you're not as far along as you hoped or planned to be. At this stage, it's important to remind yourself that any and all progress is a positive advance in the right direction. Over time, little steps add up into great life-altering changes. Procrastination and loss of momentum rank high on the list of potential roadblocks that can stall your progress. Two of your most powerful tools to counteract these forces are patience and perseverance. They enable you to continue on, even when the daily frustrations make you feel like quitting or falling back on your old beliefs and behavior patterns. They give you the strength to make changes and the faith that your life is unfolding perfectly. All progress is relative. We each arrive at our destinations in different ways and at our own pace. Set your own personal benchmarks for measuring your journey and do your best to meet them. But don't beat yourself up if you fall behind. Keep in mind that while it's important to get where you're going, there are a lot of beautiful things to see and do and experience along the way. Be patient, persevere, and someday you'll be exactly where you dream about today. If you're not as far along as you thought you would be, don't worry. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. John Quincy Adams. In the world can take the place O.J. persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated failures. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. Calvin Coolidge. Have patience with all things, but chiefly have patience with yourself. Do not lose courage in considering your own imperfections, but instantly set about remedying them. Every day begin the task anew. Seca Francis de Sales. Keep everything in perspective. Some of us will experience waves of glory and success, while others will know the impact of disaster. Everyone has their day when they can do no wrong, and everyone suffers defeat sometimes. But life wouldn't be exciting if there were no challenges, nor would there be any reason to focus or anything to learn. A perfect world in which defeat did not exist would not be perfect at all. Milton Willis and Michael Willis. No one moves upward in a path of unbroken progress to the attainment of perfection. What happens is that, if we are working rightly, we move upward, but with a series of downs as well as ups. We move steadily forward for a while, and then we have a little setback. Then we move forward again, and presently we have another little setback of some kind, and so forth. These setbacks are not important as long as the general movement of our lives is upward. Emmett Fox. What is your mentality? Your life is primarily determined by your attitude on life. If life appears to be pointless and purposeless, it will be. If it exudes purpose and challenge, you'll be motivated to make the most of it. Your attitude toward individuals shapes your interactions with them. People will respond to your attitude of faith, understanding, benevolence, and love. You will find the good in people if you expect to. Your attitude toward your life work will decide how much time you contribute. The mark of greatness is not what you can gain, but what you can give. Your attitude toward spiritual matters will either limit or enhance your life. The emphasis on material things restricts and limits. Recognizing the power of the spirit broadens, enlarges, and elevates. How to keep or regain your momentum onward. Shoulders back, head high, and a smile on your face. Put your intelligence, abilities, and passion into action with your enthusiastic energy, perseverance, and character integrity. Sit down and be still if you've lost attention. Take the concept and rock it back and forth. It will renew itself if you keep some of it and throw some of it away. You don't have to do anything else. Go away now and then to relax, so that when you return to your work, your judgment will be clearer. Move away from the art because it appears smaller, and more of it can be seen at a glance, as well as a lack of harmony and proportion. Take short vacations. The responsibilities of life frequently urge us to take a step back and examine our lives from the outside in. This technique provides us with a fresh perspective, a clearer picture, or a better comprehension of what is really going on. It's like seeing oneself perform. We learn to recognize the patterns and life dramas we produce when we do this. People who are happy tend to be realistic about life and themselves. They are rarely disconnected from the realities of their existence. This does not imply that these people have it all together all the time, but rather that they see through the illusions and nonsense of life more clearly. One of the most effective methods to achieve this is to take some time off and get away from life's typical issues, stresses, and routines. You can vary your environment and routines by taking a 2 to 3 day mini vacation or retreat. This alone can be rejuvenating and healing. You can spend time thinking, resting, meditating, reviewing your life, or simply having fun during these short journeys, which can take place anywhere: the mountains, the beach, or any other site that provides a change of environment. The purpose of the diversion is to allow you to look at your life from a different angle. This can help you stay on track to living the life you were born to live. Measure progress in your own way. It's easy to get discouraged when you compare yourself to those who seem to have gone so much farther down the road you're traveling. Remember that we're each on our own individual journey to a unique destiny, not competing in a race to see who arrives first. So measure progress by your own milestones. Keep your spirits upbeat and your heart full of hope, because you're on your way to a beautiful destination. Judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Robert Louis Stevenson. I count that day as wisely spent in which I do some good for someone who is far away or shares my neighborhood. A day devoted to the deed that lends a helping hand and demonstrates a willingness to care and understand. I long to be of usefulness in little ways and large, without a selfish motive and without the slightest charge. Because in my philosophy there never is a doubt that all of us here on earth must help each other out. I feel that day is fruitful, and the time is worth the while when I promote the happiness of one enduring smile.